Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Max Speed TV. As tonight we are here at Gateway International Speedway as Racing for a Cause Hershey Design Pro Series presents the National Kidney Foundation 75. These drivers are out on the track ripping it up, turning some practice laps as they got just about 5 minutes 40 seconds left here in this opening practice session. So far, it's been an interesting practice session as these drivers are tackling this very tricky oval as there are two distinct radiuses at opposite ends of this track. So we will see how these drivers handle that all night long. But in the end, only one of these guys is going to come out on top. So stick around, let's find out who it is. As always, I am your host. My name is KR Stolfus. Thank you so much for joining us here tonight. Hope y'all are strapped in, holding on tight, and ready to rock and roll out here tonight at Gateway. Bringing you up to speed here on our point standings as we only got 3 races left in this championship season. Things are really starting to come to a conclusion. Drivers know that the crunch is happening right now. Chris Stump, 5 wins on the season. Got a 32-point lead over Will Dravicki, as Will Dravicki has 2 wins on the season. Dravicki was our early points leader quite a while, and then Chris Stump found a groove. He has won 5 races this season and has just really been a dominant car, but not the only one to pick up wins, but a very solid drive for him this season. He's looking to close it out here tonight, but man, he's got to get it done first. Can't count your chickens before the basket hatches. Rex Hoyle sitting in 3rd place, Justin Rigsby 4th, and rounding out your top 5 in points is AJ Hamill, riding that 1 win that he got at Thompson. I'm sorry, Hamill did not win at Thompson. Oh, I'm gonna get fired for not knowing that information. Oh, that's rough. That is really, you show up, you have your notes, and then you get hungry and you eat your notes. And man, you just got to deal with it sometimes. Hamill won at New Hampshire following Thompson. He was leading at Thompson, lost in the closing stages of the race. Then he redeemed himself at New Hampshire. So that's where Hamill picked up his win. Drivers right now in their drivers meetings. Everyone cleared off of the track, getting their last few instructions for tonight. Good time to talk about our top 10 as well. As you can see on the speed charts, Chris Stump topping that with a 32.586. Troy Radford with a 32.774. I can tell you those 2 lap times were turned at very different times here in practice. Chris Stump turned his very early on. Troy Radford a little bit later in this practice session. So may or may not make a bit of a difference, but both those 2 cars are going to be ones to watch here tonight at 98 and 94. Will Dravicki, Justin Rigsby, and Andy Lambert round out your top 5 here in this practice session. Coming up next will be qualifying. And then tomorrow, guys, don't forget, as Thursday, February 7th at 7:40 p.m. Central, the Coach's Corner Pro Late Model Series be doing the Brian Rogers Motorsports 150. It's going to be a great race at Lucas Oil. Wednesday, February 13th at 8:15 p.m., the RFC Hershey Design Pro Series returns to the track for the JDRF 125 at USA. That is going to be a great and exciting race as well, as this season, as I mentioned, has 3 races left in it. It is drawing to a close. Drivers all looking for a good finish here tonight, all trying to find a way to make something happen. They are chasing this man, the 98 of Chris Stump. Very fast everywhere he shows up. Multiple wins on the season. That 98 machine once again looking very solid here tonight. Troy Radford in the 94s. It looks like he's going to be heading to the garage, pulling out a backup. The 99 of Justin Rigsby, that water.org machine. Rigsby comes into tonight 4th place in points. Very, very close battle between him and AJ Hamill. Only 2 points separate those two. So Rigsby looking to beat out Hamill here tonight. We got our final 15 seconds here in practice. 22 machine of Mike Holtzclaw boarding the mission 22. There is the checkered flag on this practice session. We are getting ready to rock it here in qualifying. It will be single car qualifying, so I'll try and bring you each and every car. Here we go. Dylan Blankenship in the 01 machine, the first car out on track. Dylan getting through the gearbox here. Down the back stretch, gonna have to set himself up good through the corner here. Very important on corner exit on this outlap. Dylan gonna drive it down into turn number 1. These drivers are shifting down into 3rd gear to get through both corners. We'll see which driver knows exactly which time to shift and get the most out of the car here tonight. Justin Rigsby in the 99. He is on his first lap. Rex Hoyle in the 50 machine. This is going to be one to keep an eye on. Rex Hoyle will find a way to finish well no matter what happens to him. Week in, week out, this driver finds a way to make it happen. That's why he is sitting 3rd in points. Very consistent run here for him. Andy Lambert in the 70 machine. Lambert was actually very helpful as I was out here turning some practice laps. He kind of hit me on top of the helmet before I went out there and was like, hey man, you're not driving this right. You got to do it this way. I said, oh, thank you, sir. The 96, Al Smith, he's shutting it down. He's currently in 3rd place on the speed chart here. And as I say that, Will Dravicki is going to top him and move into 3rd. Will Dravicki in the 30 is 3rd. Dylan Blankenship in the 01 is 2nd. And Troy Radford right now coming in that top spot. Maybe wondering why the 98 isn't qualifying just yet. Well, that's because he's not allowed to qualify. He won last week, and the previous race winner is not allowed to turn a qualifying time and must start at the rear. Mike Holtzclaw in the 22. Working his way around the track here. First lap time good enough for 9th place. That is going to be it for him. He is going to shut that down. And now Hilton Young heads out on the track. But as we like to do here on MaxSpeedTV, we're going to step away and play our national anthem.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as the drivers are taking to the grid. That means it's time to go through our starting lineup, and row number 1, brought to you by the Hershy Design Company, will be the 94 of Troy Radford and the 01 of Dylan Blankenship. Row 2 will be the 30 of Will Dravicki and the 96 of Al Smith Jr. Row 3 will be the 50 of Rex Hoyle and the 99 of Justin Rigsby. Row 4 will be the 45 of Doug Wysocki and the 70 of Andy Lambert. Row 5 will be the 38 of Hilton Young and the 22 of Mike Holtzclaw. Row 6 will be the 98 of Chris Stump and the 18 of A.J. Hamill. And that is your starting lineup for tonight's race. A.J. Hamill, Chris Stump electing not to take a qualifying time, although Chris Stump elected to not take that qualifying time by winning last week. The Troy Radford in control of the field. 01 of Dylan Blankenship going to be starting on his outside. We are getting ready to go green flag racing. 75 laps here tonight. Waiting for that green flag. Such a long, patient wait. Green flag is out, and we're underway here for the National Kidney Foundation 75. Troy Radford, Dylan Blankenship, drag race down into turn number 1. Radford really checked up going into the corner there, as he's got Al Smith on the 96 on his outside. So Radford, not sure what happened there for him. He has really lost a lot of ground on this start. Goes from pole to third. And Dylan Blankenship in the 01. And thank you very much. I will see you all later. Dylan sporting attitude graphics on that deck lid. As now the 94 of Troy Radford is going to regather his speed here a little bit. Work his way around Al Smith. And then complete the pass going through 3 and 4. Will Dravicki going to follow suit. Al Smith going to drop down to 4th place here. Will Dravicki now looking to the inside of Troy Radford. Troy running a little bit of a higher line through the corner there than I've seen all night long. Maybe trying to conserve tires, maybe just giving Will all the room he thinks he needs. And now Troy Radford sets his sights on Dylan Blankenship. But Al Smith in the 96 still losing a few spots here, as he's going to lose a spot to Justin Rigsby in the 99. And now the 50 of Rex Hoyle is going to battle him on the outside. And here comes Andy Lambert. Lambert thinking about making it 3 wide for a moment. But Al Smith just going to give those 2 spots up. Don't know what has happened to Al Smith as he qualified in the 2nd row, but he is dropping like a rock here. We're working lap number 5 now, and he is falling through the order quickly. Gonna settle in front of the 45 of Doug Wysocki. Wysocki currently in 8th place. Chris Stump in the 98 has found a way around Mike Holtzclaw and Hilton Young. So Chris Stump in that 98 machine starting to work his way to the front. Speaking of the front, Dylan Blankenship in that 01 doing a great job here tonight. Started front row outside. Got a good start, and now here he is leading this thing, and he has been out front for all 5 completed laps onto the front stretch to complete the 6th lap. He is trying to run away with it. This would be Dylan's first win on the season here on Wednesday night. Dylan flat out getting after it. Meanwhile, the 94 of Troy Radford, the 30 of Will Dravicki, and the 99 of Justin Rigsby. These guys really got a tight battle here for 2nd place. The sun is starting to set on tonight. We have gone into a dusk twilight type situation. Track will start to cool off. As the track cools off, it will start to go faster and faster. Tonight's race is 75 laps for 93.75 miles. Our tire window, we will have a competition caution that could fall anywhere around the halfway point. 36 to 38 laps, give or take a few laps here and there. Fuel window, these guys can make it all the way here tonight. Pit road speed limit is 5 miles an hour. Beautiful night for racing. Air temp 79 degrees. Oh man, not too bad of a deal when you're sitting in 20 degrees or negative temps or whatever it has been here in the Midwest. The track temp of 80 degrees, so not too hot, not too slick. Guys will be out there looking for all the grip they can, especially here in about another 10 to 15 laps. I want to give a shout out to everyone on YouTube and on Twitch. Thank you so much for stopping by, saying hello. If you haven't done so yet, make sure you give the YouTube thumbs up or subscribe to the channel. And if you're on the Twitch side, well, just hit that follow button. You know when some of the best racing broadcasts are coming at you. And by best, I mean, it is what it is. Dylan Blankenship in the 01 has opened up a 2.2 second lead, now 2.4 second lead over Troy Radford, and Dylan really is pulled away here. He is on a lonely island in that 01. Nobody around him as we go off the deck lid here. You see the battle for second place, still Troy Radford, Will Dravicki, and Justin Rigsby. Those three drivers running nose to tail here. But Dylan has really pulled away, took advantage of whatever misfortune happened to Troy Radford on the start, and he has not looked back. Dylan looking very, very solid here tonight. Meanwhile, Will Dravicki's got a nose underneath Troy Radford, but unable to make it stick. Coming off the corner, he's going to have to remount that charge once again. And Troy Radford in the 94, fending off Will Dravicki, a very hungry Will Dravicki. Dravicki knows he has got to make something happen here tonight. He cannot allow Chris Stump to open up any more of a points gap on him, because there's just 3 races left in this season, counting tonight. And Stump entered this race with a 32-point lead over Dravicki. Speaking of Chris Stump, he has made his way into 6th place. After starting 11th on the field, he has dispatched several cars on his hunt to the front. You gotta wonder, what has he done on his tires? Has he used them up? Has he abused them? Will he be able to maintain this very aggressive pace that he is setting, as he is turning lap times a little bit faster than everyone else, including our leaders? Stump is our biggest mover so far of tonight, gaining 5 positions since the drop of the green flag. Chris Stump in 6th place. He will have a guaranteed caution at the halfway point. Competition caution will fly there. Drivers can come down, take tires, and only take tires at that point in time. Very unique set of rules here with the Racing for a Cause Pro Series. Some tracks, the short bullring tracks, tires are not allowed. Big tracks like this, they will allow you to take tires at the competition caution, which happens at the halfway point on these big tracks. Justin Rigsby in the 99, trying to work his way past the 30 of Will Dravicki. Down into turn number 3. Rigsby on that outer lane could have a good run up off the corner. He is going to clear him, so put Dravicki into 4th. Rex Hoyle in the 50 right behind them. He is currently in 5th. And now Rigsby in the 99. He is wanting a piece of that 94's bumper. Justin Rigsby, great run coming off the corner. He's going to stay tucked in tight behind Troy Radford in that 94. It looks like Rigsby has found something that he likes on that high side. Gonna make a move to the inside here on the front stretch. Battle for second. Here comes Justin Rigsby down into turn number 1. Really has to get on the binders to get that thing to turn. Troy Radford trying to find a way around, regain that spot. But, oh, and Troy Radford gonna catch that outside wall there. Heavy, heavy damage on that 94. And Troy Radford, our pole sitter for tonight. Oh, it's the 96 of Al Smith is gonna go around right in front of him. And the caution flag is gonna fly here tonight, as Al Smith, coming up off the corner, is just going to get sideways. We go to our MaxSpeedTV replay here. As you see, Troy Radford on the inside there, already having hit the wall. Al Smith battling with the 70 of Andy Lambert. Smith just going to get onto those rumble strips, and that is going to really upset his car. Send him tumbling sideways. Well, and by tumbling, I mean just sideways. No contact on that 96. But Troy Radford, big time hit. We ride on board. I think he just lost where he was on the track. And there's Al Smith flashing by as he hit those rumble strips, blocked it down, kept it off the wall. Heavy damage. Troy Radford in the 94. He is going to come down pit road here. Working our first caution of the night. This one is not going to count as our competition yellow. Dylan Blankenship in the 01 out front. We'll see if we can get a quick word in with our current race leader. Dylan, you got your ears on, bud?
Yes, sir, I copy.
Dylan, man, you're leading this thing. You got a great a great start to the race. Are you going to be able to duplicate that on the restart?
Well, I hope so. Hopefully, don't spin the tires, and just gonna kind of just ease in a little bit, try not to spin them tires. And hopefully I can keep this clean air out here. Seems like cars handling really good out here in clean air, so.
Well, great job to you so far out there as you've led all 22 laps that have been completed. That 01 machine looking very, very fast here tonight. How do you feel your chances are of holding on to this lead till the very end?
I think I have a good shot winning tonight. I know Chris Stump's fast. He was fast in practice. If I can just kind of keep him behind me, I think I'll be all right. Got a lot of fast guys up here. Hopefully I can just hold them off.
All right, Dylan. Well, lights are out on the pace car. We're going to let you go, but before we do, any shout outs or thank yous you'd like to give real quick?
Yeah, I want to thank you, KR, for the broadcast. I want to thank RFC for the league. League does an amazing job. Got a lot of great drivers, and want to thank Attitude Graphics. They actually designed the car and everything. And that's about it.
All right, Dylan. Well, good luck to you. That is the 01 machine piloted by Dylan Blankenship. Lights are out on the pace car, and I appreciate Dylan taking the time to break his concentration, talk to us, and all that good stuff. But Dylan Blankenship in the 01 going to be your race control car for this restart. Justin Rigsby in the 99 going to be on the outside of row number 1. Row 2 will be the 30 of Will Dravicki and the 50 of Rex Hoyle. And here we go. Dylan Blankenship getting a good start here. Clears Justin Rigsby in that 99. Down into turn number 1 with no pressure around him. Meanwhile, Justin Rigsby has the 30 all over his back bumper. And the 98 of Chris Stump is going to move to the inside of Rex Hoyle down the backstretch. Chris Stump in the 98 fighting with the 50 of Rex Hoyle, washing up just a little bit there. Rex had to lift. That is going to break his momentum. That is going to allow AJ Hamill to go 3 wide, split the difference, and move AJ Hamill into 4th place as he then overshoots turn number 1. They're still not done trying to go 3 wide. Chris Stump with a great corner through 1 and 2, able to challenge back. And now Stump moves into 4th, Hamill 5th, and Rex Hoyle going to end up in 6th place here. Meanwhile, behind him, Troy Radford in the 94. He's still not done testing the physics of iRacing's walls, and it looks like they're still working. as he came off that corner and hit that turn 4 exit wall a ton. Meanwhile, the 22 of Mike Holtzclaw battling very closely with the 70 of Andy Lambert and the 96 of Al Smith. As Holtzclaw going to start to pull away from those two here. We go on board the Mission 22 machine. We are nearing that halfway point here tonight. Dylan Blankenship in the 0-1, holding on to that top spot still. He had over a 2-second lead that has now been erased by that caution, and Justin Rigsby is within a half a second. Gets a great run through 1 and 2, closes up that gap. And Dylan in the 0-1 now has to start looking at the 99 of Rigsby getting a little bit bigger each time in that rear view mirror. We're on lap 30 of 75. Ooh, is Dylan gonna have a big wiggle off the corner there? Justin Rigsby gonna make a move to the inside as the battle for the lead here ramps up just a little bit. Rigsby on the inside, Blankenship on the outside. Who's going to be able to carry the most speed up off the corner? And Blankenship does it in bucketfuls. Rigsby really lost a lot of momentum on that inside. Justin Rigsby in the 99, Will Dravicki in the 30 going to be able to get around him here with another great run off the corner. And that is also going to put Chris Stump within striking distance on that 99 as well. And Stump's going to make a move to the inside on Justin Rigsby. And now Stump going to tuck in behind the 99. Looks like it's very, very hard to come off the corners here on that inside lane. Everyone's starting to migrate about a car length, 2 car lengths off the bottom. The 0-1 of Dylan Blankenship holding on to that top spot for now. He has got a line of cars behind him. He is just hoping to hold on till that competition caution, which should come out here in about 5-6 laps. Will Dravicki into second place for the moment. The 99 of Justin Rigsby right behind him. We're going to go on board with Rigsby. Justin Rigsby carrying us down this front stretch into turn number 1. Chris Stump in the 98. Trying to find a way around him on another upper lane as Stump's going to get in the wall a little bit there. That 98 machine tagging that wall broke his momentum up. The 50 of Rex Hoyle gaining some ground on him. Rex Hoyle started 5th, currently in 5th place. He has not lost sight of the leaders at all tonight. Sitting right there in striking distance. Great run going for Rex here. And the caution is out. Our competition caution is here. And Dylan Blankenship leads the first half of this race. Now we're going to see how these guys hit their pit boxes, how well their pit crews get them off of pit road. They have caught up to the pace car. Drivers got to hit pit road here going into turn number 3, and everyone coming down pit road. 98 of Chris Stump going to get a moment to work on some of that damage that he got bouncing it off the wall. Everyone on pit road, nobody staying out. Very important to hit your pit stall cleanly here. Chris Stump into his pit box. No issues for him. Dylan Blankenship, very gentle entry into his pit stall. Will Dravicki looked like he might have a bit on him here. Here comes Chris Stump. First one out of the box. Justin Rigsby going to pull out in front of him. Dylan gets away very quickly. Ricky may have stuck in his pit stall to work on something for just a few more seconds. And he is going to come out in 4th place. Enters in 2nd, comes out in 4th. Chris Stump moves into 3rd. Justin Rigsby into 2nd, but Dylan Blankenship in the 0-1 holds on to that lead for now. Now we just have the last half of this race to get through. We are working our 2nd caution. One was for a spin by Al Smith, and this caution was our competition caution at the halfway point. Got 39 laps to go, 38 when they cross the start-finish line. I can do simple math sometimes, mostly because I have my shoes off. There have been no lead changes, and Dylan Blankenship would love to keep it that way, but I'll tell you, Justin Rigsby in the 99 was putting on a lot of pressure. 30 of Will Dravicki as well, and here comes the 98 of Chris Stump. All right, lights are out on the pace car field, working their way into turn 3. Pace car will peel off at the last second. Here we go. Pace car out of the way. Dylan can take off whenever he wants, and now seems like a good time, as he is going to get onto the throttle, get through the gearbox cleanly, and clear that 99 of Justin Rigsby by the time they head into turn number 1. Rigsby has the 98 to his inside, but can he get the run off the corner that he needs down this backstretch? Now Will Dravicki in the 30 looking to the outside. Chris Stump into 3rd as he is battling with the 99 and Justin Rigsby. Dylan Blankenship, though, still holding on to that top spot. Dylan has led every single lap here so far, but not by much on a couple of them. .635, Dylan Blankenship's fastest lap. Very quick lap out there by Dylan, a 32.690 by Justin Rigsby. So these guys really getting after it now. The sun has gone down, they're on fresh tires. Really gonna start laying down some quick laps here. Will Dravicki riding in that 30 machine, sitting in 4th place. Right now, 5th goes to the 18 of AJ Hamill. Hamill in the 18, right in front of the 96 of Al Smith, as Al has got to contend with the 50 of Rex Hoyle underneath him. And Rex, with a good run up off the corner, gonna dive down into turn 1. Aldo is gonna hang very tough on that outside. Side by side racing, up off the corner they come. And Al Smith, by virtue of that outer lane, is gonna have a great run down the back stretch and holds on to 6th place. Meanwhile, the 94 Troy Radford spent a few more minutes on pit road here. Able to get some more of that damage worked on. The car looking a lot better than what it did a few laps ago. Radford, our pole sitter for tonight, got into that backstretch wall as that wall opened up and then came back towards the track. Troy Radford losing where he was on the track, smacking that wall, heavy damage. Now the 22 of Mike Holtzclaw in 9th place, and rounding out your top 10 is the 70 of Andy Lambert. Lambert dropping down into 3rd gear, trying to get a good run up off the corner. Chasing that Mission 22 OPR.com MaxSpeedTV machine in front of him. Lambert sporting the Race to Erase MS. Also got Crohn's and colitis on the side of that thing. This is racing for a cause. Drivers all pick a cause, something that they wish to support, maybe raise awareness for. Doesn't always have to be near and dear to their hearts, but a lot of them do pick stuff that is near and dear to them. And side by side off of turn number 4, Andy Lambert in the 70 on the inside, the 22 of Mike Holtzclaw, as the battle for 9th place heats up a little bit. Meanwhile, up front, the 98 and the 30 have found a way around the 99 of Justin Rigsby. So Rigsby down into 4th. So it looks like Rigsby has gotten into the wall pretty hard on that right front. Big chunk of damage on that thing. That has put Chris Stump, who's looking to make it 3 wins in a row, right into 2nd place, with Dylan Blankenship in his crosshairs. Dylan, having that clean air, has ran a magnificent race here tonight. Now he's got to find a way to fend off our top 2 in points. The 98 of Chris Stump, your points leader. The 30 of Will Dravicki, 2nd place in points, and they are running 2nd and 3rd here. Dylan driving in very deep into the corner. Chris Stump backing off just a little bit sooner. These 3 drivers, all of them hungry for a win, all for different reasons. Dylan looking for his first one. Stump wanting to make it 3 in a row, be the first time anyone has gone 3 in a row here on Wednesday night. And Will Dravicki wants to pick up the win to try and close this points gap that is ever widening here at the close of the season. Only 2 races left after tonight. A 0-1 machine, though, very stellar race so far, but got to find a way to fend off that 98. Find a way to close it out. Had 2 cautions here tonight, one for a spin by Al Smith as he tagged the rumble strips, and then the halfway point, the competition caution. Other than that, we have been clean and green. As the 0-1, something has happened to Dylan. Big moment for Dylan. Not sure what that was, but that car just did not want to go any further. He has lost a lot of ground, and that has given the lead to Chris Stump. We're going to go to our MaxSpeedTV replay, see if we can figure out what happened to the 0-1 machine. So a change for the lead as Dylan drives into 3 and 4. And Dylan just accelerated, got sideways, had to catch it, and that is going to allow Chris Stump to pass right on by on the high side. And now Stump is out front. He's got the 30 of Will Dravicki hot on the tire tracks. But that clean air, very important in these cars. And it is all Chris Stump right now. Meanwhile, at the back of the pack here, the 70 of Andy Lambert solidly into 9th place. Doug Wysocki into 10th in that 45 machine. And Mike Holtzclaw has fallen all the way to 11th place. Then the 38 of Hilton Young. Hilton right now in 12th spot. 38 machine out there turning laps. Despite the damage that is on that thing, looks like he's got some left front damage and some right front damage. So Hilton having a rough night here. He has not given up. He is still out there, still cranking off some laps. We're getting close to 20 laps to go here tonight. Chris Stump in the 98, your race leader. Dylan Blankenship led 50 laps here tonight. And then the car stepped out on him. He was able to save it with a great save, a great bit of car control. But unfortunately, that allowed this hard-charging 98 to pass him on the outside. And now Chris Stump has the lead. But Will Dravicki in the 30, not letting him get too far away. First and second place on the track. First and second place in the point standings. Will Dravicki going after it, trying to track this 98 down. Man, Will is concentrating so hard he's not even blinking. Look at that. Doesn't even blink, but his eyes are very dry right now. Ooh, maybe he should have blinked a little bit, got some moisture in him. Dravicki getting into that outside wall coming off of turn number 4. Dylan Blankenship in the 0-1 after getting crossed up for a moment. Lost a lot of ground, has managed to find a way around the 99 of Justin Rigsby, so he has moved into 3rd spot. And now Rex Hoyle in the 50 making a move underneath of Justin Rigsby. That is a battle for 4th place. And Rigsby's going to hold on to it for now, but Rex Hoyle in that 50 machine going to get a good run from the middle of the corner off. Gets that power down very well. Now he's on the inside of Justin Rigsby. And the 50 of Rex Hoyle is going to clear Rigsby by the time they come up off the corner. Justin going to tuck in, try and pull some draft. Maybe challenge here going into turn 1. But no, Rex Hoyle's going to hold on to 4th place. And now Justin Rigsby looking to the inside, but unable to maintain the run that the 50 of Rex Hoyle had on that outer lane. We documented that the 94 of Troy Radford having his share of problems here tonight. That machine looks like it has been straightened out a little bit after heavy contact a couple of times with the outside wall. He is currently in 6th place after starting on pole here tonight. And the 96 of Al Smith, thinking he is a skateboard, trying to do a kickflip off of the turns 1 and 2 outside wall. Heavy damage on that thing. No yellow yet. As we're gonna go to our MaxSpeedTV replay, let's figure out where this went wrong for Al Smith in that 96. Al down the front stretch, gets into the outside wall there, stays high to make room for AJ Hamill, and then heavy contact once again with the wall. And that has put him into his pit stall along with the 38 of Hilton Young. Both those drivers trying to hammer out some damage. And it looks like Al Smith might be calling it a day, heading behind the wall. But Chris Stump in the 98, I'm sure he's glad to see that yellow did not come out, as he is pulled away to a 2-second lead over the 0-1 of Dylan Blankenship. The 30 of Will Dravicki falling to 3rd, maybe even into 4th, as Rex Hoyle in that 50 trying to challenge for that final spot on the podium, and Rex gonna go up to that high side there. Try and find some cooler track, some more grip, and get a run down this backstretch. The Dylan Blankenship, after leading 50 laps, got loose in 3 and 4, gathered the car up, but not before falling back to 4th place. And now he has been a man on a mission. He has recovered. He is currently in 2nd. I think Dylan would like to see a yellow erase that 1.8 second lead that Chris Stump has over him, as Dylan is laying down a little bit faster lap times than Chris Stump. Rex Hoyle in the 50 making a move to the inside here, just not got enough run off the corner. As we might see a 3-way battle for 2nd spot here, as Blankenship has given up a little bit of ground. The Rex Hoyle in the 50 in 4th. The 30 of Will Dravicki is 3rd, and 2nd place for the moment is the 0-1 of Dylan Blankenship. Your race leader is Chris Stump in the 98. He's starting to pull away now. Coming to 8 laps to go. Very close battle here for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Meanwhile, the 18 of AJ Hamill looking to the inside of the 94. And Hamill not able to get that run off the corner that he needed, but definitely start to put some pressure on the 94 of Troy Radford. Justin Rigsby in the 99 just ahead of these guys, and Rigsby right now in 5th place. Oh man, AJ Hamill, big moment coming off a turn number 2. Saves it, but he is going to lose a lot of ground and a lot of time. And with 6 laps to go, that is not going to be very good for AJ Hamill. Chris Stump out front still. Floating right around that 2-second lap time, or not lap time, 2-second gap over second place to Dylan Blankenship. Rex Hoyle still trying to find a way underneath the 30 of Will Dravicki. Dravicki going way high this time. Rex going to clear him. Dravicki with the crossover. And now Will Dravicki is going to be on the inside here into turns number 1 and 2. Rex is going to get a great run coming up off the corner though. And Will Dravicki looks like he is going to slide in behind Rex Hoyle as they enter turn 3 to put Rex Hoyle into 3rd. Four laps to go. This race winding down very quickly. Dravicki going to be giving up a few more points here to Chris Stump as Dylan Blankenship's going to get crossed up once again. Saves it. But that is going to cost him a lot of time here. That has allowed the 50 of Rex Hoyle to really get to his back bumper. Dylan Blankenship may have driven the wheels off of that thing, and now it looks like he is holding on by the skin of his teeth. If you guys don't know the skin of your teeth, there ain't a lot of skin there. Dylan Blankenship in second spot. Now he's got to hold off the 50 of Will Dravicki for 2 more laps. A 45 of Doug Wysocki dropping down to allow these drivers to pass on by. Doug currently in 10th place. But coming to take the white flag, that's a 98 of Chris Stump. Started at the tail end of the field. Last week's race winner. This week looking to make it 3 in a row. His 6th win on the season. He's got a straightaway and a corner to do it. Straightaway and a half and a corner. Listen, no one ever said I knew how to do math. 98, final time through turns 3 and 4. Chris Stump off of turn number 4, checkered flag in the air. And Chris Stump is gonna do it. 3 wins in a row. 6th win on the season. He is going to be your race winner here in the National Kidney Foundation 75 at Gateway. Nobody go anywhere, guys. We're going to set up our post-race show and get these drivers out to you. We'll be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as the 98 of Chris Stump completes his victory lap celebration. 3 in a row here, 6th win on the season for you, Chris. Drawn to an end of this season. If you're going to get hot, now's the time to do it.
Yeah, I had a lot of things go my way tonight. It was unfortunate that Dylan got free through 3 and 4 there because he was pretty tough. Would have been fun to duke it out there those last few laps, but didn't help myself in any way. As you can see, the right front's pretty torn up. All my own doing, but we survived another one.
Survived another one. Not only that, but you came from the back of the field once again to the front. Great race out there for you. It seemed like the opening part of the race, though, you were a little timid, a little more careful, a little more slow. And then after that competition caution, you really found your groove. Was it a tale of two races for you, or were you just being very careful?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It knowing that we're going to have that halfway point wasn't really any use in using up the car, knowing we had a whole nother race there after the halfway break. But just try to stay out of trouble, and we had a small but a great group of drivers, as always, as you saw with the limited laps that we ran under yellow. So everyone did a great job, and appreciate everything.
Well, Chris Stump, before we let you go, any shout outs, thank yous?
Yeah, we'll give a shout out to tonight's sponsor, National Kidney Foundation, Humanizing the Badge. Check them out if you haven't already. I want to thank all the admins and all the competitors here at RFC, giving us a fun time, or a fun place to race every week. And I want to thank you, as always, KR.
Well, thank you, Chris. And man, I enjoyed doing this. Nice job out there. Chris Stump, your race winner here in the 98, getting it done at Gateway. Congratulations to him. Now it's time to move on to our second place driver. That is the 01 of Dylan Blankenship. And Dylan, a great run going for you. You come home second tonight. Gotta feel a little bit disappointed, but overall, man, I don't think you could.
No, I mean, I had a great night, had a blast. Definitely had a car to in with. I got a little free in 3, and it cost me. It cost me a lot of ground, but yeah, second place, can't go wrong with that.
Well, that 01 machine was a rocket from the get-go. What on that start? You got out front. Butterflies, jitters, or is this just another race that I got this?
Oh man, it's when you get the lead like that, and you see Chris Stump coming. I mean, he's just every week he's fast. He was putting the pressure on me, and I made a mistake, and I got free in 3, and he went by me. I lost about 2-3 spots, and tried to make up what I could, but Chris Stump was definitely he was just fast, and a lot of these guys are too. I mean, Rex was fast, and all these guys up here is fast. I just made a simple mistake, and it cost me.
Well, Dylan, that 01 momentum going into next week, you gotta feel like it's on your side after you led 50 laps here. How do you feel your chances are for next week at USA?
Oh, USA. If I can just pull away another top 5, if I can go for the win, I can do it. But I mean, top 5s, I mean, that's what I strive on. Just set myself a goal, and if I can win it, I'm gonna go for it for sure. Every week I try to go for a win, but I mean, I just strive for top 5s if I can do it.
Well, I like it a lot, man. Great strategy there. Capitalize on a chance to win. Other than that, just try and get as high up the finishing order as you can. Nice.
Yes, sir.
All right, before we let you go, any shout outs or thank yous?
Yeah, I want to thank Wounded Warrior Project. I want to thank RFC, the admins, all the drivers in the league, Attitude Graphics, Mom and Dad. That's it.
All right, Dylan. Well, congratulations on your second place finish, man. And maybe next week you'll get that one extra spot that you need you'll be in victory lane.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
That is the 0-1 Dylan Blankenship bringing it home second. Now it's time to talk to our third place finisher, Rex Hoyle in that 50 machine. Rex, consistency would be what I would say describes this season for you, as no matter what happens, you find a way inside that top 5, and it shows as you're sitting third place in points here tonight.
Yeah, that's what we try to do, week in, week out. Just try to be consistent and to keep on knocking on the door for that win. But I'll tell you tonight, we took it kind of easy on the starts. Middle of the run was pretty good. Just working on the cards, try to see what it could do. And there towards the end of the run on that, towards the end of the race, the front tires were gone. But I was trying to give Dylan all he could handle. It was fun.
Well, it seemed like you were in a battle consistently, no matter where it was, and at times you were on the inside, at times you were on the outside. Where do you feel your car worked the best for you?
Going into turn 1, it kind of worked better in the middle. And then 3 and 4, it seemed like it was carried more speed if I stayed towards the bottom. But that's what I tried to run every lap. But like I say, I got in those battles, and then I try to work on the car, figure out what it's going to do on the outside or the inside. And we didn't even put a scratch on it tonight. Had a great run. I'm not I'm really a short track driver. I like the half-mile tracks, but had some good success tonight. So I'm looking forward to coming back here again.
Well, Rex, congratulations on third place. Before we let you go, any shout outs or thank yous you'd like to give?
Yeah, I'd like to give a shout out to Progeria Research, American Tire Distributors. They helped me a ton, and got to give a shout out to the Carolina Thunderbirds Hockey League. They're leading the league this season in the Federal Hockey League and doing a great job. So big shout out to them.
All right, Rex. Well, congratulations on third place. Nice job out there. 2 more races to go, and we look forward to seeing you out there for those 2 races.
We're going to give it our best. We're going to try to get that win.
As the driver of the 50 machine, Rex Hoyle, thank you, Rex, for your time here tonight. So, guys, that was our top 3 finishers. Every one of them has a unique story, a unique storyline coming from tonight. Chris Stump having to pass every single car to get into victory lane. Dylan Blankenship had to recover after his car got loose. And then Rex Hoyle just being Mr. Consistency, finding a way into the top 3 here tonight. Guys, what a race this was, and nothing left but to go through our starting, wow, not even starting lineup. This is our finishing order. Chris Stump in the 98 machine going to come out on top. Dylan Blankenship in the 01 going to finish second. Rex Hoyle will be third. We got to hear from all 3 of those guys. Will Dravicki comes home fourth. Justin Rigsby in the 99 will round out your top 5. Troy Radford comes home 6th. 7th will be AJ Hamill. 8th is going to be the 22 of Mike Holtzclaw. And Andy Lambert in the 70 machine will be 9th, with Doug Wysocki finishing in 10th. 11th will be the 96 of Al Smith, and in 12th will be the 38 of Hilton Young. Both those drivers unable to continue due to damage that they received here tonight. So guys, thank you very much for joining us tonight. If you need your race broadcasted, make sure you hit up maxspeedtv.com/contact. Fill out the questionnaire. We'd love to get you out on the channel, get your league on the interwebs. And man, I look forward to working with you guys. Y'all have a good night. Thank you so much for joining me. And once again, congratulations to Chris Stump.